Hello everyone, how's it going? What a lovely day it is, look at this. I know I say it every time, but I'm always in absolute complete shock of just, we're on planet Earth and it's amazing. I can never get over it, do you know what I mean? Imagine if we lived on Mars or the moon. It would be completely different to what we're on today. Anyway, I've got in the boot of my motor vehicle, my motor car. In America, right? Why do you call them vehicles? Vehicles. This is a vehicle. I've been watching Storm Chasers, right? I love it. Eye of the Storm, the program's called, and they go around following hurricanes and all that kind of stuff. And I obviously know that the way the Americans are, and I'm sure you lot know the way we are. And I love America. I've never been there, but I really want to go. And I love the way that you lot are over there. I think it's amazing. They're all great, but everybody, there's American dialect and English dialect and Australian dialect and all different dialects, isn't there, right? But it does make me laugh when you go vehicle. You don't just say, I'm going to get in the car. So I'm going to get in the vehicle. Get in the vehicle, ma'am. Get in the vehicle. Get in the car. It's a bloody car. I'm not taking the mickey, maybe a little bit, but I think it's funny. It makes me laugh, and I'm sure you lot laugh at me as well. But we can all laugh together, can't we? We can all laugh together. Vehicle. You pronounce the R's in things, don't you? And you pronounce the H's, emphasise. I think it's great. You're all brilliant. One day I'll go to America. Maybe I'll meet one of yous. You never know. Anyway, we got that buggy. That's the Hyper Cage buggy from a subscriber. This is going to be the first ever drive in my hands, and the first ever drive in anybody's hands with that engine in it, because I put that engine in it a little while ago. I did, yeah, didn't you see? I did, yeah, because the one that came with it was broken. It was in bits. So what I'd done was I found that one laying around in my box somewhere, put it on. Yeah, pull start broke, yeah, but that's all right. Got a starter box for it. So yeah, it might work, it might not. We just don't know. This is the unknown, the unactual known. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, let's go. Bada bing, bada boom. Right, here we go. Put my coat on because I was getting a bit chilly around the willy, if you know what I mean. Let's put that together. Charged the battery up a little bit. Didn't have enough time this morning. A little bit impromptu this morning. I kind of half planned to come out this morning, but then I kind of half didn't, if you know what I mean. I was like, I will go out and have a go this morning, maybe, if everything's okay. And then the other half of me was like, nah, I've got other stuff to do, so I'll do the other stuff because it's a bit more. Well, this is important, don't get me wrong, this is massively important, but I've been told that there's no rush on this. I've got other things that I promised people that I will do that are a bit more of a rush. However, I've been very active and managed to do most of them, so let's do this, and then I can get this back to Jordan and he can go and enjoy it. What a fantastic day. I'm just going to warm this engine up nice and toasty-woasty, because it was a bit stubborn to start the last time, and I don't know, I've only got so much battery power in that starter box, and I want it to run. I want to be able to test it, I want to be able to drive it, I want to be able to get it going. You know that, I'm always saying to you lot, everybody's out to get you. You've got to remember that. There is no one apart from your immediate family that really does care about you. Well, I can prove that now, because just after Christmas I had somebody nick my debit card details for PayPal, and they spent a load of money in Australia, right? And obviously PayPal, they market themselves as, we are the safe way to pay, we've got your back and all this kind of stuff. Use us because you won't get robbed and all this kind of stuff, right? When I said I reported it to PayPal, they initially said, "Oh no, you've got to pay for that." Anyway, this was a couple of days after Christmas, and we're now in the 1st of March now, and it's gone over to bloody bailiffs now. So I'm going to have to go to court. You know, this is thousands and thousands of pounds. And PayPal, they're not looking after me. They don't care. Even the police said that this is ridiculous. You know? So even PayPal, they're after you. They don't care about you. So don't use PayPal, you lot. Just do not use PayPal, because they say that the safe way to pay. They say they got your back. If anything dodgy happens, don't worry, we've got you. They haven't. Simple as that. Simple as that, my friends. Simple as that. So now I've got to go and organise courts and fight it and everything. All because somebody decided to rob me. Mad. Absolutely mad. It's that thing, isn't it? I don't know what it's like in your country. I know in America you're all nuts, you all just shoot each other for fun, but over here, if a robber, a burglar, breaks into your house, right? You're not there, but he breaks into your house to nick your stuff, and he goes into the kitchen, for example, and he cuts himself on a knife in the kitchen. You're in trouble for it. You're in trouble. Yep. And if he breaks into your house, right, and you defend yourself, you're there, maybe you're asleep, you wake up, he's there, the first thing you do is you want to defend you and your property and your family. So you give him a whack with a baseball bat, or maybe a club or something, or maybe you just punch him. Now you're in trouble. You're in trouble now. It's mad. Absolutely mad. Somebody robs you and you're in trouble. Crazy world, really. Properly crazy world. Anyway, that's enough of that. I was just looking for something to talk about when I was warming this engine up. Let's see if it's going to run. I might loosen the glow plug a little bit. No, in fact, I definitely will loosen the glow plug a little bit. I definitely will loosen the glow plug a little bit. What's that noise? Oh, right, so. I wonder what that noise was then. I thought, blimey, that's not very good, is it? Right, let's get that. Loosen. Oh my giddy aunt, what are you doing, for goodness sake? Well, loosen that, and that's cock. Take that off of there, and then prime it. Here we go. Well, that doesn't seem very good, does it? Oh dearie me. Where's a cloth? Let's get a bit of a rag. Can you still see? I know the camera's just tilted a little bit. There we go. Let's see what comes out. Have we got jelly? If we've got some jelly, that carburetor might be a bit blocked. Yeah. Don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, I really don't. But the nitro fuel now goes into jelly a lot quicker than it used to. Let it warm up a little bit. Let's see what we got. Wow. Might need a little bit. A little bit there. Wow. What a buggy. Wow. What a buggy, man. That's amazing, that is. Wow, that's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I couldn't, it's literally like the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. Wow. Hopefully that camera's a bit of a better angle now. Sorry if that was facing down a little bit. I think you might have been looking at the floor for a lot of that, but I hope not. Anyway. You can see now there's a lot of smoke coming off the engine because it's burning off all the oil and just everything. There we go, I gave it a little bit more on the high end. Wow. I've never seen anything like it. It's a little bit hesitant, isn't it? A little bit hesitant on acceleration. I might give it a bit more on that low end. Let's give it a notch more on that low end a little bit. There we go. Let's see what happens there. Still very good though. Plenty of nitro. It's getting nice and hot though, that's good. All the smoke coming off of it. A little bit more on that low end. Oh, there we go. The hesitation's gone completely now. Oh. You know when you think there's a car behind you, but there's not. Well, there's my car, but you know what I mean. Amazing. Look at that, straight down to a lovely tick over. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. This is brilliant. Absolutely just out of this world. I can't believe what I'm seeing, if I'm honest. You know, it's just a complete shock. Oh, I think I spoke a little bit too soon now. We seem to have lost drive. All right, fair enough. I think we've maybe our engine. Hopefully our engine's just moved. We haven't stripped any spurs or any other rubbish. We'll see. Speaking too soon again. Damn it, John. Who's John? 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 Yep, engine's moved. Right, those are metal hardened gears, so hopefully we haven't got any damage. Woo! And we can get going again. Well, I'm on the lookout. What am I doing? This is a common sight if you own an RC car. I'm on the lookout on the road for some screws. I've lost 2 engine screws somehow. Yes, I know. You shout, Orinoco, for the love of bloody bacon sandwiches. Why don't you ever use any thread lock? I do sometimes, rarely, I'll admit, but I do. I didn't put thread lock on those bolts, and something makes me think I didn't do them up tight in the first place, because when I put that engine in, I just kind of mocked it up, and I think I've forgotten to do those bolts up. But that's all right, I've got more at home. I can put some more in. I've got more bolts at home. That's not a problem. But obviously I want to keep on testing that, and I want to, well, it's more or less there. I'm bloody happy with it. But it would be nice to be able to just actually have another little bit of a blast. But it's quite possible that the screws, unless the screws are on the chassis, which they might be, but I can't see that very much. So have another little quick look. Now, wouldn't it be funny if you actually saw the screws, but I didn't? And then you said to me in the video, commented and said, "Orinoco, I can see the screws." And I'll be like, "Geez, really? Where?" Because I didn't see them. Anyway, they're not, I can't see them. I'm just going to have another quick look just to make sure they're not lodged somewhere in the chassis, under the engine mount or under a servo or something of that nature. And move on, I suppose. But we did get, I don't know how many minutes, we got a good few minutes of driving it, and it runs excellent. So, you know, that is fantastic. Let's have a look to see what we've got. Look, it's those two on the other side. Can you see? They're missing there, John. They're missing. Oh, I know where John is. John? John? John! Look, that's the hole he goes through. John? John! Oh, that's where he is, over there, where that shopping trolley is. Look, somebody's made a little camp in the hedge over there. Don't know if you can see it. That's where he lives, in that camp. Now we've solved the mystery. We know now. That's it. We know where John lives. I'm so pleased with that. Let's see. Nah, they're not in there unless they're properly lodged. I might have to take it apart later. I've got more screws at home, as I said. I've got more screws at home. It ain't the end of the world. I can put the screws in, the bolts in at home, and have it all buttoned up, ready to give back. Anyway, I'm going to have just a proper sweep of this road just to see if I can find them, then we can continue our morning. If not, that'll be that, I'm afraid. But I'll be back in a minute. One drain there, one drain over there, and there's one drain there, one drain there. What are the chances that the screws have bounced along and gone plop down those drains? I reckon they did. Anyway, I don't think, I've had a good old look around the road. I need a great big magnet the width of the road. Do you know, it's an actual thing. People go around sweeping up the road dust, and all the platinum and everything that comes out of catalytic converters, and also people's diamonds out of their rings and all that kind of stuff. People collect it up, sort it all out. They just go along, just sweep along roads, collect it all up, sort it all out, and then go and sell it, and they make fortunes. It's an actual real thing. It's bloody mad. Anyway, I can't find those screws anywhere. I reckon that dog's walking that lady rather than anything else. That dog's walking the lady, not the lady walking the dog. Anyway, that's it, my friends. That is it. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. That was a fantastic buggy. I think you'll agree. It runs brilliantly. It ticks over excellently, and it does drive fantastic. That bell end isn't stripped, luckily. I could take out one of those bolts and put it in a diagonal across it against the other one on the other side, and that would hold the engine in place. But it's a bit of a risk because there's only two, and so far neither the spur or the bell end are stripped. You know, they're fine. The engine must have literally just moved and not stripped off the teeth on the gears on the bell. So we were lucky with that one, otherwise I'd be buying another bell for it. So I don't want to risk it. But anyway, we got a good test out of it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching. It's fantastic. I'll catch you on the next one, and who knows what we might have on the next one. I really don't know. I really don't know. Cheerio. And remember, don't use PayPal. They haven't got your back. They don't care about you in the slightest. If somebody nicks your details or hacks your account or does anything and robs a load of money from you, they ain't gonna care. Simple as that. I'm learning that now. I've learned it. They're not there. They haven't got your back. They're not the safe way to pay. In fact, no way is a safe way to pay for anything, unless you're literally giving people cash. It's probably the safest way. Digital world, eh? Digital world. Anyway, cheerio.